is my video report about terrestrial ecology. Terrestrial environment. Number 1, climate. Under climate is moisture, major limiting factor in land. Number 2, temperature, variations and extremes. Number 3, air circulation, ready mixing and constant content of oxygen and carbon. Number 2, substrate. Under substrate is soil, offers solid support and source of highly variable nutrients. Number 2, land, provides geographical barriers for free movement. Natural terrestrial environments. Under natural terrestrial environments is tropical rainforest, montane forest, dry mixed evergreen forest, thorny shrubs, and scrublands. Tropical rainforests these are also called wet evergreen forests. They are found in highlands up to 900 m above sea level. The annual rainfall is above 2,000 mm and the temperature is high. Almost no dry season. Many streams and rivers can be seen. Many economically important trees such as Kiana, Kalidal, Halmuela, Danhora can be found. Tropical rainforests show the highest biodiversity in the world. Tropical rainforests can be considered as a unique environment for conserving the gene pool of our country. Example of this forest is Sinhara, Katulkala, and Canilea forests. Montane forests. These are found at heights at 900 m above sea level. The annual rainfall of about 4,000 mm. This area is subjected to strong winds. Trunks are twisted and gnarled. Top of the trees form a flat canopy. No stratification can be seen. Leaves are small. Common plants are walsapo, burdu, mahiria, and danbaritis. Trees' trunks are moist, hence they are covered with lichen, mosses, and epiphytes. Example of montane forests are Pidoratalagala, Adams Peak, Kikiliyama, Knuckles Range, Horton Place, and Patipola Forest Reserve. Dry mixed evergreen forests. These are also known as monsoon forests. They are located around 900 m above sea level in dry zone. Temperature is more than 30 degrees Celsius with an annual rainfall of about 1,250 to 1,900 mm. These are found in the dry but not arid areas of the country. Most plants found here are those which can withstand long periods of droughts. No marked stratification can be seen. Barks are thick and trunks are twisted. Roots penetrate deep in the soil. It has a well-grown undergrowth. Common plants are wera, palo, baruta, kalwara, wilang kulon, kun, columba, and etc. Thorny shrubs and scrublands. These ecosystems are found in the arid zone, northwest and southeast of the islands. Temperature is higher than 34 degrees Celsius and annual rainfall is below 1,250 mm. Therefore, these are called semi-and areas. Soil is dry and sandy, humidity is low. Daytime is mostly sunny. Some example of plant types are nawahandi, daluk, patuk, Comariko, Canero, Andera, and Eraminio. This type of vegetation can be found in Mana, Quilinochi, Molatibo, and Hambutata districts. Terrestrial biodata and biographic region. So, specialized organism includes plants, arthropods, invertebrates, vertebrates, and others. Microorganisms also play vital roles in all ecosystems such as bacteria, fungi, protozoans, and etc. So biography. Biography is a branch of geography that studies the past and present distribution of the world's many species. It is usually considered to be a part of physical geography as it often relates to the examination of the physical environment and how it affects species and shape their distribution across space. So as such, it studies the world biomes and taxonomy, the naming of species. In addition, biography has strong ties to biology, ecology, evolution studies, climatology, and soil science. So types of biography. Historical biography. Reconstruct the origin, dispersal, and extension of taxa and biotas. Number 2, ecological biogeography accounts for the present distribution in terms of interaction between organisms and their physical and biotic environment. Number 3, conservation biography work on the protection and restoration of natural environment. So, historical biography includes data from subjects as geology, geography, and biology to meet its aim. The branch of historical biogeography is called paleobiogeography because it often includes paleogeography and ideas. Paleogeography also takes varying climate as a result of the physical land being different places into account for the presence of different plants and animals. Number 4, cladistic biogeography assumes a correspondence between taxonomic relationships and area relationship where comparison between area cladograms derived from the different taxa allow one to obtain general area cladograms. The most important cladistic biographic procedures are component analysis, Brooks parsimony analysis, three area statements, and reconciled trees. Number 5, parsimony analysis of intimicity classifies areas by their shared taxa analogies to characteristics according to the most parsimonious solution. It is the capability of resolving different problems such as the recognition of spatial homology, panbiogeography, the identification of areas of endemism, and the formulation of hypotheses about area cladistic relationship biogeography. So the 5 basic historical biogeographic methods are desperalism, phylogenetic biogeography, panbiogeography, cladistic biogeography, parsimony analysis of endemity. So number 1, basic historical biogeography is desperalism. Derives from the traditional concept of center of the origin dispersal. Number 2, phylogenetic biogeography applies the rules of progression and deviation to elucidate the story of the geographical distribution of a group. Number 3, panbiogeography consists of plotting distribution of different taxa on maps, connecting their distribution areas together with lines called individual tracts and looking for coincidence among individual tracts to determine generalized tracts. Ecological biogeography. The most common fields of research within ecological biography are number 1, climatic equability looks at the variation between daily and annual temperatures. Primary productivity looks at the evapotranspiration rates of plants. Number 2, habitat heterogeneity leads to the presence of more biodiversity. Events for current biogeography, climate change and its effect on polar bears. I think the place that best represents the rapid climate changes on our planet is the Arctic ice shelf. The ecosystem in this harsh environment is very fragile, so even the slightest alteration will greatly affect it. One of the animals that will be greatly affected by climate change in the Arctic is the polar bear. Polar bear live exclusively in the Arctic, so if they cannot adapt to their changing environment, they will be lost forever. So these are the example of polar bear. So biographic regions, there's the map of biographic regions. Biomes. A biomes is the large geographic biotic unit, a major community of plants and animals and similar life forms and environment conditions. So these are terrestrial biomes, which are located on land, and aquatic biomes, which are located in oceans, lakes, rivers, or other bodies of water. Terrestrial biomes, so world biomes. These are the map. Tropical forests. Temperature range 23 degrees Celsius Fahrenheit. Average annual precipitation 60 to 160 and latitude range 23.5. Global position. So these are the map of tropical forests. So the vegetation in tropical rainforest is divided into 5 general layers. So these include monkeys, sloths, parrots, toucans, bats, tapirs, frogs, and a wide variety of insects. Savanna. So the biomes are often found on either side of rainforest. The soil of the savanna are usually low in nutrients. The soil are porous, having only a thin layer of nutrient-rich matter called humus. Plant life is composed of low-growing grasses with scattered deciduous trees and thorny shrubs, acacias, eucalypts, and baobab. There are frequent fires in the savanna. The dominant vegetation is the fire, but many seedlings are killed before they become established by fire or by grazing animals. So the fires also remove dead plants materials and recycled nutrients that support new growth. Animals found here include large herbivores such as giraffe, zebras, antelopes, buffalo, kangaroos, wild beasts, and ostrich. There are also many burrowing animals found here, including mice, gophers, snakes, as well as ants and termites. During the dry season, many small animals are dormant, and larger mammals often migrate to other areas. So these are mga example. Desert. Desert are the driest of all biomes. Most deserts are very hot, but cold desert also exists. The hot desert generally experience hot days and cold nights. So hot desert can be found in the southeast of the United States, along the coast of the South America, in Northern Africa, and in the Middle East. There are cold deserts to the west of the Rocky Mountains in eastern Argentina and Central Asia. In less arid regions, the plant lives include grasses, shrubs, cacti, creosote, and rosette plants. These plants have numerous adaptations to life in the desert. Common desert animals include many kinds of snake and lizards, scorpions, and beetles, migratory and resident birds, and seed-eating rodents. Many species are nocturnal. Water conservation is a common adaptation. So, chaparral. The plants found in this region are dense spiny shrubs with tough evergreen leaves. These plants have adaptation to fire, etc. Animals found here include deer and fruit-eating birds, which are browser. There are also ants and rodents which eat seeds, as well as lizards and snakes. Temperate grassland. So the dominant plants are grasses and herbs. Some of the main adaptation of Plants are for toads and far. Large vertebrate grazers are the most conspicuous, such as bison, antelopes, and wildboar. This soil of grassland is the deepest and most fertile in the world. Temperate deciduous forests. So the soil are fertile due to plenty of leaf litter. Animals found here are bears, deer, bobcats, raccoons, squirrels, as well as many birds and invertebrates. Coniferous or taiga. Taiga, also known as coniferous or boreal forest. It is the largest terrestrial biome on Earth. The soil is thin, nutrient poor, and acidic. These include different species of spruce, pine, or fir, and often there is a little undergrowth present. Larger browsing animals such as deer, moose, elk, snowshoe, hare, and beavers. The typical predators for this area are grizzly, bears, wolves, lions, and wolves range. Tundra. The vegetation of tundra is mostly herbaceous, consisting of a mixture of lichens, mosses, grasses, and forbs, along with dwarf shrubs and trees. Largest grazing mast ox is resident, while caribou and reindeer are migratory. Predators include bears, wolves, and foxes. Decomposition takes place slowly because of the low temperature. The ground is frozen year-round, known as permafrost. Thank you and God bless, ma'am.